everyone, I hope you are all well. This video will be a brief update on my hair. It's been 1 year and 6 months since, no, actually let me be more precise. It's been 1 year, 6 months, 2 weeks and 2 days since I big chopped my hair. I big chopped on the 6th of March 2014 last year, and it has actually been a good decision because I definitely do think I have been taking much better care of my hair, especially since I have been using shea butter, coconut oil, conditioning a lot more, and just basically giving it more care. I've always paid my hair attention, but maybe not exactly the right kind of attention. I would just wash and shampoo and then put all kinds of generic, not all kinds, it's usually been like 1 or 2 products, but just usually put like maybe a petroleum based product in my hair. This is actually way back, not recently, but way back. I've always paid attention to my hair, but I've usually put like a grease in it or some kind of, I used to use a product called hair food, which I would apply to my scalp, and then I would also use a product called Pink, which I would apply to my hair as a moisturizer. But since kind of learning a little bit more about my hair, what it responds to and how it likes to be treated, I think I definitely have had better results. I don't suffer from split ends at all. I don't get split ends. I do, however, get breakage, but that breakage usually occurs during washing. So when I wash, I do sometimes get breaking and shedding due to it not having been combed over a period of maybe like say a week, because I don't comb my hair every single day, because most of the time I have it in a twist out, or I'm wearing extensions, I'm wearing braids, so it would always be in a protective style, which means that I don't really have a need to comb it that often. But when it was a little bit shorter, I would just have my Afro puff, no styling, just pure Afro puff, and then a little band in the front. And I think you would have seen that in my last update, which was, I think, just under 1 year. And you would have seen that I literally just didn't really do a twist out or bantu knot, and it was just an Afro puff. But the styles I've been loving have been the bantu knot, which I haven't done in a while. I've mainly been doing twists, but I've been loving the bantu knot ever since I started using shea butter and coconut oil in my hair. I love the bantu knot. Twist outs with shea butter and coconut oil mix again. What else? It's rare that I wear my Afro puff just like that. However, I will say that I did it last week because I washed my hair and I didn't have any time, so I just wore, not really a wash and go, but like I literally just washed it and went. I put a bit of moisturizer in and just went. So I did wear my Afro just normally, just as it is, last week after washing, and I did have to wash it again the next day. It was just, I couldn't really deal with it, so I just had to wash it again the next day and then put it in a twist out, even though I'd washed it already. But the fact that it got dry, and it got dry in a kind of clenched, you know, shrinked state, meant that I couldn't do much with it. So I just basically conditioned it the next day and then did a twist out. Oh yeah, what I've learned about my hair is, I may have said this in my last video, is my hair likes water. It likes to be rejuvenated with water and the right kind of oils. I have not been using castor oil as much. I had chunky twists in last month, and I usually start the twist off with a braid and twist it up to the end, and that only lasted me 2 weeks, not because it was, you know, getting shabby, but just because I fear for my edges. I know that some people's edges can definitely handle the weight. I do loads of people's hair, and most of the time they look as if they've got really strong edges, and as if, you know, a heavy braid wouldn't damage their hair. But for me, the case is completely different. My hair does get affected by the edges being pulled on too much. So I do try and avoid it. If I'm doing a braided style, then I do try to make the braids a bit smaller in the front and in the back, because my nape is not as sensitive, but it's almost kind of like the front, almost like my front edges. And so as for length, my hair has definitely grown. I've gotten to a stage where I can put it up in a bun. Not the perfect bun, but a bun nevertheless. When I put it up in a bun, some hair from the sides can, fray out, but it's possible, like I said, even though I don't really wear it that much. But I can't wait till it's long, my hair is long enough to be put into a bun, and I can do the styles where, you fold the hair over and you've just got like a nice neat bun with just thick, healthy hair. I think recently I've been struggling a lot with my natural hair, not just on the physical side, but kind of like, not emotion, I wouldn't say emotionally, I would just say I feel as if I've been feeling as if a little bit limited with my natural hair, and a little bit like, I just want to cut it off, or I just want to relax it, or I feel like that sometimes. I really do feel like that sometimes, but I've just managed to kind of get over it. And instead of me resorting to cutting it or relaxing it, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try my best to explore styles. So I am trying my best to do the best I can with the hair that God gave me. And I would definitely encourage you to just, if you are struggling with your natural hair, just get on YouTube, watch videos, watch tutorials, and see what people do. You don't have to relax it. I mean, if you really want to and you feel like it's the best decision for you, relax. But by all means, if you actually want to have natural hair and you're finding it difficult, then do some research, and just research styles that, if for example you've got a TWA, like a really short afro, research styles that would be, that would suit you and that, look nice, so that you can feel confident in your natural hair and not feel as if you just don't know how to control it and you just have no control. Because that's the worst, because then you just feel as if the hair doesn't really belong on your head. It's just it's separate from you, it doesn't suit you, and you want to feel as if what you have is, belongs to you. Because there's times when I feel like my afro just doesn't belong on my head. I know it's a weird statement, but sometimes I feel like my afro doesn't belong on my head, because I'm looking in the mirror and I'm thinking, it just looks a mess. Like, I just want to sort it out, like now. I just want to sort it out now. But it's almost put me in a position where I feel like, right, I've got to deal with my afro. I need to prepare. Say if I want to go somewhere tomorrow or go out and I want a certain style, I need to prepare for that style, and I need to learn my hair's behavior. So instead of me being frustrated in a moment, I would have prepared, and I can avoid that. Because I know for us black women, especially naturalistas, you can't not prepare your hair, especially when it's this texture, like thick. You can't not prepare your hair and just suddenly, 1 hour before you need to go somewhere, just wash it and you're good to go. A lot of the time you have to prepare like one day, at least one night before, so that you can get your twist out ready, or you can get your hair conditioned, and just all the stuff that you need to do. You just have to prepare for, you have to look ahead. And I think that's another thing that kind of was kind of annoying me, that I couldn't just like get ready in an hour. I have to like look ahead, I have to prepare like for the next day or for next week or whatever. Yeah, so I don't know, I guess it was just kind of making me feel a bit limited. A lot of people who aren't black, look at black people and they see that our hair is actually quite versatile. So I think it's time for us to also see, if some of you don't see it already, that yeah, our hair is versatile. We can do the styles that we want. We can we can explore and we can experiment with different styles. So we just need to just start embracing it, because this is what God has given us. It may be easy for people who aren't black, say white people, Asians, mixed, and people who have like a finer hair texture, to get ready really quickly and just, you know, get up and go. But then I'm sure they also have their struggles. Their hair gets oily a lot quicker than us, especially white people and Asian people. Their hair gets a lot more oily, so they have to definitely pay attention to it like every day or sometimes every 2 days. Whereas we have the freedom to wash our hair, say, once a week, and then maybe a co-wash halfway through the week, or sometimes we can even stretch it out to 2 weeks, and our hair just won't get oily. In fact, it needs oil. So in a way, it all balances out, like, so no race or no ethnicity of people have it easy. And so yeah, this is kind of a little bit of the thoughts that have been running through my head and have been causing me to evaluate or to reevaluate why I'm natural, the reason I'm doing it. And essentially I can put it down to this: I want to be myself. I want to be able to embrace my natural hair texture. It doesn't mean that I have to be natural forever, even though that would be ideal, but it just means that I need to be at peace, and I need to know that it's perfectly fine to have natural hair and not feel like I have to conform and have straight hair. But I'll be talking about that a little bit more in another video. And as for length, I'm going to do a quick length check, and then I think we'll wrap up the video. I'll do it from the front. So my hair at the front, just here, is at 6 inches, or let's say almost 16 centimeters. So 6 inches, 16 centimeters, the front, there. From the middle, let's grab this piece here, actually this one, yeah. We'll do inches first, and there it's at 7 inches, or you could say 18 centimeters. Let's say, we'll start with inches again. And we have 4 inches and 10 centimeters. 4 inches, 10 centimeters. And that's at the very back there. So 6 inches and 16 centimeters at the side. So yeah, that has been my hair update. My 1 year, 6 months, 2 weeks and 2 days hair update. Thank you so much for watching. Please do look forward to more interesting videos, and I will see you soon. Bye.